Hey friends, welcome back to my page, y'all. Welcome to the replay. If you don't see a red box right there, that means you're catching the replay. So come on in, y'all. Welcome to A to Z Designs. We're going to do the weekly cutout today. I'm going to show you how to paint it. Several of you have already ordered it. It is only available until November 12th. So comment PIG, P-I-G, check your messenger for the link to purchase, okay? So every week we come out with a new cutout for y'all. And this week happens to be I call it like the Farmhouse Pig. She's super cute. However, I'm gonna like swap the colors. So this is the one I originally did. But I'm gonna reverse the pinks because that is that's what my face looks like when I get really sunburned. So I'm gonna like reverse the pinks. So when you hop on, say hello. I don't know about y'all, but I like a hodgepodge of different ornaments on my tree. So I have got some colors that we're going to use. We've got two different pinks, black, white, right here, peony and marvelous, and we're gonna use cherry. So I've got my little board ready. How are y'all? Hit the heart button for me, sprinkle the video out. Okay, let's put this right here. And I'm going to reverse the pinks like I said. So I'm going to do majority of the face in marvelous. Marvelous. So let's get started. Hello, everybody. Hi, Mom. Isn't she cute, Mom? Pretty cute, right? With the bow and everything. Now, the ribbon and the colors that we're painting with do not come with the kit. It's just the wood blanks. But comment the word pig, check it out. She's super cute. She will be hanging on my Christmas tree. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to take not a brush. I'm going to take a makeup sponge and we are going to paint her face. This pig is a sheep, by the way. And this would be so fun to do with kiddos, yourself. But we like to come up with a cutout every single week that is not like break the bank as far as pricing goes. But the shipping is always included in the price that you guys see. So comment pig and check your messenger for that link. Now, there is a piece to the hat. It's like the white. I always underestimate how far I should paint up. We had a chicken very similar to this a couple weeks back. And now I'm introducing you to the pig, okay? So here is how far I painted up. And I do these lives or I do them in a real short video format so that you guys have something to refer back to after you get your wood blanks in case you forget or you just need a little bit of help starting how to paint it, okay? So there we have it. Okay, so mine is the brighter pink. I'm gonna reverse the colors today, okay? All right, now we're gonna go in with cherry. Thanks, Donna, so much for the stars. That is so sweet. Thank you, thank you. All right, so the rest of this is basically gonna be cherry because you're gonna have your little piece to put down and then you're gonna have this. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. Cherry is one of our on vogue colors. It is super pretty. It's like a deeper red. So I thought we could use that for the hat. And make it very Christmas because it is an ornament. Now, you could forgo the ornament part of it and just, I don't know, y'all, you could put a magnet on the back of this and make it a magnet for your refrigerator or something that will hold magnets, right? Okay, so I'm going to test my, what you call it? Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. We try, y'all. We really do try. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit further up or down. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, so I almost have the pink and the red touching, basically. Okay, y'all see that? So it looks like a gigantic mess right now, but you have pieces that you're going to place on your main cutout, okay? So let's go ahead and paint those. So I've got that. We're gonna do, okay, so this is gonna be the other pink. And then we've got glasses. The pig's got glasses, look. She's gonna have glasses. All right. I know, it's okay, Michelle. It is okay. That is why we are here, to help you guys out. We want you to be successful too in all your crafting endeavors, right? So I'm just using makeup sponges today, not paintbrushes. Sometimes I feel like a paintbrush, sometimes I don't. But we should just need one coat of the white. Don't, what is the word? Don't scrape off a big chunk of your paste on the side of the jar, because then you won't have to do more than one coat. Hey, Zach. Janine, how are you? How are you, friend? Okay, so we're done with that. So let me just close these up as we work. Let me actually cut this off, and we'll just use the rest of it for the black glasses. I always open up the wrong drawer. Have y'all noticed that? Always. Hey, Lisa Ann. Lisa Ann, I packaged up a couple of your orders today. Been very busy. I am very focused today, y'all. Do you have days where, I don't know, you just get going and you stay focused and you don't want to stop because you want to continue to stay focused? That is me for sure. So comment the word pig and check your messenger. Every Monday morning, today is Tuesday, but every Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. Central, we drop a new cutout. Okay, it's pretty fun. We have a lot of fun coming up with these. Thank you, April. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the other pink, and we are going to paint the last two pieces. I did it again, y'all. I'm trying to get better about opening up the right drawer. So we're gonna go peony. Hi, Karen. It's good morning for me, y'all. Some of y'all, it's good afternoon. Okay, so we're gonna do peony for, and I'll show you here in a second, the little circle that you get and the pig's, is that snout, the nose? I don't know. I don't know my animal parts, apparently. Okay, but this is what it will look like once everything's painted. Hi, Susan. Stevie Nicks. Oh my gosh, how fun. That is so fun. I hope you have a blast. All right, so we're gonna go with super glue today. Okay, so first I want to make sure all of these are dry because we're going to add a little bit of something to the glasses. Let me just plug in my dryer. Hi, Pamela. I hope you have the best time. Hi, Donna. The boys' birthday was great. We are extending it to the birthday week. Last night we were in the car coming back from dinner, which was honestly a disaster. But I'll share that story tonight because I will be back on live tonight with the boys. And one of them said, hey, Mom, my friend at school, when it's her birthday, they celebrate like the entire week. They get to do all these fun things and blah, blah, blah. It's not just a day. And I'm like, well, you're kind of right, thinking you're right. And they're like, well, we celebrated your birthday like the entire week. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of right. So Jackson was really bummed last night before he went to bed. He's like, I wish my birthday wasn't over because kids at school won't be nice to me, which I think that's not true. But, you know, when it's your birthday at school, you get a bunch of attention. Like yesterday, we took cookies for the entire 5th grade class. And all the kids were like, wow, your parents are awesome, blah, blah, blah. So this morning when they woke up, I'm like, well, we're going to continue the birthday. You know, it's going to be a week. So tonight you're going to get to pick your favorite place to go eat, which they did last night. But they each have their separate, like, favorites. So we're going to do that tonight. And then they have their, like, family party on Saturday. I'm going to decorate. I'm going to get you a bunch of balloons and streamers or make signs or something. I don't know. I want them to feel special, and they deserve to feel special, right? So, it was good. It was good. And this week, unfortunately, they are taking the, like, practice state test all week. So, Lisa, the skin on this one is marvelous. The skin on this one is peony. So, I'm doing the reverse on this one. Now, what I'm going to do is take these these tools. I'm going to pick the biggest ball. Somebody told me what these were and I forgot. But this one has the biggest ball on the end. And I'm going to just start, let me see, what am I going to do? I'm just going to put it in my lid here of my bright white paste. And I'm just going to go around the glasses. So I'll hold this up once I'm done and show you guys what we're doing here. But this tool is such a fun way to spruce up your whatever you're doing. Your cutouts. You could even use a Posca marker, chalk marker. You could use a paintbrush. Maybe if you don't have something like this, just get a really fine pointed, skinny pointed paintbrush and do this with that paintbrush. Okay, so we just added a little bit of polka dots. Look at the glasses, aren't those cute? Yes, Kim, they are. They sure are. I know, Michelle, I started something bad. They're gonna want a birthday week every year now. But you know what? It's fine. We'll survive, right? Stylist, darn it. I need to write that down. You know, I'm going to forget. They did, Erin. Thank you. Okay, so we've got that. Let me grab my super glue. I want to make sure that the eyes are dry because I'm going to go in with a Posca marker. Hi, Marianne. And we're going to do the outline of the pig's eyes. So some of you may not be able to see this right now, but I will hold it up and then I'm going to color it all in. So one side I have outlined, one side I have it colored in. Okay, and these are, the eyes are scored, so you know where to go. Now I'm going to dry this because then I'm going to go in with the white and do the little, is it pupils? I don't know. Oh no, Lisa, I did not send out like a notification like I normally do. Typically I save those for the evenings, but make sure that your notifications on Facebook here are on. There should be like 3 dots somewhere in the corner. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this. There are 2 itty bitty dots. And then like a circle. Okay, let me show you. 2 dots and a circle for the eyes. Okay, thanks, Angela. Appreciate that so much. All right, here we go. Let's assemble. Let me just take these off. I feel like I'm missing a piece, but I'm really not. So let me just get this going. I just use Gorilla Super Glue. You could use hot glue if you wanted to, but sometimes the hot glue like oozes out the side of the smaller pieces, and it's kind of a pain. So, all right, then this part here, which is like the hat, it goes along with the hat, lines up. I've already sent some of these. They're on their way, being picked up today by the mailman. So thank y'all so much for your support. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take the peony, which is like the not orange, pink. And I'm going to give her some, like blush. Maybe hard to see, but do you see that little circle of blush? And just kind of pounce my finger on the wood. Okay, let's try that. You could use glue dots if you wanted to. Glue dots, I guess won't be permanent. I'm always able to remove pieces if we do glue dot them. But if you want this permanent, you would want to use glue, in my opinion. Hi, Sandy. What's going on, everybody? Okay, so you're going to get, let's put the glasses on first. Let me make sure these are dry. Okay, so this is going to line up perfectly. Some people have messaged me when they got the chicken that the glasses are broke. That is how they're supposed to be. So do you see this top part right here? It's not there. That is by design. That is not supposed to be there because it's almost like her hat is covering it up. So it's gonna fit perfectly right under the little brim of her hat and look like this. Okay, so she's kind of like on like a slant or something. She's diagonal, I guess is the word. All right, so here I have a bunch of super glue coming out the edges. It will dry clear, the super glue does, but just let me get that off. Okay, you have a circle, and then you have the little nose. It's gonna go right on top where you can barely even see it, and it's gonna line up perfectly under the glasses. Okay, so right now she looks kind of like a clown. Do you see that? Then you're just gonna take the little nose, make sure it's going the right direction, and place it right on top. So it kind of elevates it a little bit. Okay, so like this. See that? So now, let me press that down a little bit, and I'm gonna go over and grab my Posca pen again. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Okay, so anytime I use my Posca marker on black, I have to kind of wipe it off. I'm gonna give her 2 little dots on her cheek. And then we're gonna do a swoosh on her nose. And then we're gonna do a swoosh on her ear. And then I'm gonna add something to the white. Okay, so we have that so far. So let's grab the black one. Thanks, Kathy. It's kind of fun, huh? So I'm just gonna do a couple little things here and there. Nothing crazy. Doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. All right, so there's the pig so far. Look at that. Then we're going to grab, let's see, I've got some ribbon. I'm gonna make a bow. And I always get way too much to start. But I'm just going to tie this in like a little, I don't know, I call it a shoestring bow. That's probably not the real term of it, but people, you call it whatever you want, right? And then I'm just gonna work with it to get it to where the loops are the width that I want, the length. And cut them like so. Okay, then I'm gonna take hot glue and just glue it. Not hot glue, super glue. Thanks, Patty. Isn't she so cute? Yay, you received your happy mail. Awesome, Lisa. All right, I'm gonna put a good amount down. I'm gonna press and hold, and then we're gonna put the jute, and then we're good. Yes, you gotta get one. So comment the word pig. They are only available, the pig is only available until Sunday night, November 12th. So if you're catching the replay and it's after November 12th, it's long gone. Okay, so then you just strain your twine and make a little knot, however you want to do it. Cut the excess off. Make sure it's big enough so you can hang it on your branch on your tree, if that's what you choose to do. And there is pig number 2. Isn't she so cute? I just love her. And this is the original one that I did with the pinks reversed. So I do like the lighter pink on the skin best. So what do y'all think? Do you like number 1 or do you like number 2 better? It's so cute. So y'all have a great day. We'll be back tonight with the boys. Bye, friends.